Lira, and then I get silenced for the next few seconds, and I'm gone.
Yeah, I think we're also kind of glad that we haven't really seen a whole lot of Valera here. But yeah, maybe if Hanamura does come back, we'll see the rise of the stealth heroes. Well, let's get into our second map. It is Dragonshire, or third map, actually. Wow, this day is actually going quite quickly, G-Clef. Could have gone a little bit the opposite way in game number 2. It was close for quite a while. See if Supernova can make it close again. They will have to in order to turn the series around.
Yep, Genji ban. It has to be. It just has to be done. There's no other way. Genji must be banned.
I think we did see one Genji game.
And we saw what happens when it's not banned as well.
I think they actually lost the Genji game that I was remembering from earlier on in this part. Or last part, I think it was.
Last phase, I think,
yeah,
right?
Last phase. That's right. That's right. Wow, it actually has been a long time. Time flies when you're having fun. Another Garrosh ban, really dedicated to keeping that out of Supernova's hands.
Yeah, it's keeping out Heaven's hero pool. Heaven plays a lot of Garrosh, and Norden, if you take one, ban one, then what can he play? I think they're putting him off to a weird one. There's the Norden now from Ballistix when they have so much crowd control to pair up.
A couple weeks ago, we saw this with Anna, right? The anything you can do, I can do better. It's like, oh, you want to pick that? Well, we'll show you how it's done. So this time we get a chance to see it from Ballistix.
So far, 3 out of 3 games in Korea. Let's see if this pattern continues into match 2, and EUNA will get the full story going up starting today.
Once again, going to be the Kirisaku Dahaka. No surprise there, but I do like that they are going for the Deckard. That makes a lot more sense. And really, when you look at Supernova's lineup, it's like, oh, well, yeah, this is just like you're just picking right down the list of strong picks for the team.
I think because they want to focus on one and remove some armor as well with Tyrande now. And they have been focusing really hard on Heaven's hero pool as a tank. So maybe put him into one of those uncomfortable hero and also bring him down with focus. Removing the front line, we saw what happens when Diablo's gone. Supernova, the rest of the members, they don't know what to do without him.
Taking out the Diablo as well, like you said, targeting that pool. We'll see if maybe they continue to target that with some picks. Now, I think last week, I'm trying to remember the series that we got a chance to see triple tank really highlight. Oh, it was Ballistix Tempest, right? We got a chance to see a triple tank game.
And this one's the map with Thrall. I'm quite surprised that Thrall actually made all the way down here. I was expecting Thrall where Tyrande would be right now before the second ban phase, but he's out here. It is Dragonshire where you just need a lot of the sustain. Blaze Thrall, you kind of do have the Thrall with the 4-man rotation sometimes, but a lot more Blaze on top.
Most likely. There's always that flexibility. I don't know exactly why they would decide to flex that, but you're right. That is most likely. Final picks, going to see Alex come through.
This is not the map where Alex Raza is super popular.
Yeah, I mean, I guess it is Dragonshire, so maybe they do have both dragon heroes.
Yes.
All I'm trying to say is the synergy's there. They were both released in the same like dragon event. Very cool.
Yeah, so the Dragon Strike with everything dragon. Maybe it has been the thing. Final pick, Rainer.
Okay, I like that they've grabbed it there all the way at the very, very end.
Yes, me too.
You know, we've seen a lot of Rainer first picks, right, when he was super popular, and teams were like, oh, we can just kind of either draft a lot of dive or a lot of CC and really punish you for that. So they pick it safely at the end. But, you know, Rainer's a pick that usually requires a whole lot of support. And so is Tyrande going to be the kind of support that he needs? Does he have a big enough front line in front of him? I think the answer is yes.
Oh, a little bit, not 100%,
right.
But mostly the answer would be on Blaze. The bunker, they would have it post 10. And also Thrall is actually a very good defensive hero as well. And we're back on camera again. I know you guys love us.
That's
we
true.
love you too.
This is a new feature in HGC where we just put our casters on camera all the time.
Yep.
Wolf missed out, man.
He's a goner.
That's right. He is actually literally gone. So
he's gone.
I'm glad we can all be here.
Guys, he'll be back though.
I have to mention an honorable mention. I received this this inspiration that not only is it
where are you going with this?
not only is it a dragon composition, right? But we also have Dahaka here, right?
And you have the dragon pants.
Oh, that's right. I do actually have dragons on my pants. We were talking about this. I learned how to train my dragon from a very popular movie, and so now I've tamed them. They're on my pants. They're in my games. My point about Dahaka is that he likes to drag people too. So
he has a dragon pants, and everyone on the metro looks at him. He's a foreigner. He has a dragon pants.
That's true.
And it's a white dragon too. What does that mean? Does he think dragons are
That was
real?
my nickname in high school, G-Clef.
Dragon pants?
White dragon. It definitely was not, but it could have been.
You don't have blue eyes, so
you're
not my favorite.
No, then I would be able to be summoned and somehow win the game. Also, somehow I'd also be able to polymerize with 2 other people for no reason. I don't know. Doesn't make any sense, G-Clef. Just like our conversation here.
Oh, it does make a lot of sense, but Alex Straza on this map, very rare, very, very rare, first of all, in Korea, of course, but he plays Alex Straza in any map.
I was going to say, if you're going to...
He plays that on any maps.
If you name yourself, like, you know, XX Genji God XX, well, you should probably be good at Genji, right? So if you're going to name yourself Alex, then maybe...
Were you XX Dragon Pants XX on MySpace or Zanga?
That was my old caster name before I changed to Rapid, so we moved on. It was a different time, G-Clef.
MySpace. That was a good website.
We had a good run. Tom was in my top 8.
Zanga?
Oh, I did have a Zanga.
Really?
Yeah, my first email account was Lycos, and I also had
Lycos?
I also had a GeoCities page.
What's that? I don't know.
Oh no,
is that before
you will
AOL,
never
or is
you will
it post
never know
AOL?
the things I was posting on my Neopets blog. It was a different time, G-Clef.
I don't know when that happened. Was that the time where you couldn't call people when you were using the web?
Oh, I didn't even have a phone at that point.
Oh,
G-Clef.
really?
That was
Was that the dial phone? You drag 1, 7.
That's true.
2.
And if your parents are using the dial-up internet, you can't even call any.
I know.
Well, it was a struggle, guys. We also had to walk uphill both ways to school.
Yeah, and I didn't, of course, live in that era. I know everything from
That's
YouTube.
true.
I'm pretty young.
Yeah. Born yesterday.
Only a few days ago.
Okay. Well, they grow up so fast. All right. Well, it looks like we are going to work on heading back into the band pick. It looked like there were maybe an error that happened there, but we'll get the full update here in just a second.
Okay. No Chat actually had one of the random pick.
Ah.
Maybe that was the Alex Straza, or
was he the one picking Alex Straza? I actually believe the Alex Straza pick may be a little bit more.
Maybe the Hanzo was a random pick. Random pick happened to be one of the meta picks, I guess. So
okay, well, I guess that's kind of lucky.
He couldn't click on the hero. Maybe some connection issue or.
Okay. So either way, we're going to have to go back through the draft again.
Yeah, we're going to redo the draft is what I just heard.
I want to see if Ballistix are still going to steal Tyrande away. I also want to know exactly which pick was the one that they didn't mean for. Yeah. I guess we'll find out. So let's get back into our draft for Dragonshire for Game 3.
Yeah, and that was the reason why it was a double support with Deckard and Alex Straza.
Yeah,
so I don't think Alex Straza was the right one.
Okay, that does make a whole lot more sense. I mean, it's weird because, there's literally a guy named Alex on the team, but I think they are just going to go right back through everything up until that happened. Okay, yeah, so they're just going to do same picks, same bands, all the way up until that random pick.
Hanzo, Nubarak, same. Look at next one, Nubarak Tyrande.
Oh, G-Clef, what a literal god.
How about 2 more? Deckard, Dehaka. Yes!
No! Stop him, the literal madman.
How about the bands? Diablo Irel.
Wolf comes back, he will never have this much ability to predict this. Don't even show him the what happened before.
Blaze Thrall.
Thrall Blaze. Busted. Fraud. Reported.
How about a Morden and something else that we have not seen?
Oh, what's the something else though, G-Clef?
Leeming? I don't know the other one. Well, Leeming actually not a bad one. Against Blaze, I think they would be looking for something more of an area damage. Maybe actually a false set in here again as a double global?
Yeah, yes. They are gonna go. Oh, stop him!
Literal god!
Not allowed! This is so broken. Nerf G-Clef, please. Oh my god. Okay, G-Clef.
How did I know?
I don't.
Stop! Try to stop me.
I can't.
Try to stop me.
Can't stop him now. We're having a good time, G-Clef.
And I'm sure everyone watching is having a good time. There was a mispick last draft with random pick from Noche. That's why we had the Alex Raza, but this time Falstad. Again, they're trying the double global. Okay. On this map, really good Dragon Chariot. You need to control the global. It's really hard. I feel like you just have a lot of frustrating moments when you try to control both. And unless you really get a few more kills, even if you get a kill, if you're really late on the wave clear sometime, you can't get the Dragon Knight really early game. But with the double global, I think it's literally possible.
I mean, Dragonshire is, I think, the biggest map we have in the pool, right? It's just gigantic, so macro matters a lot.
I'm a Chromie, confirmed. I can go back in time. I'm level 3 when you guys are level 1.
So broken. Few beast upstairs. We get into the game. Supernova going back to maybe not the roots, but back to the double global. And I'm excited to see if it works. I think it was on the cusp, the verge of working in game number 2. If they hadn't lost that last fight as hard as they had, maybe it would have been able to, you know, snowball down the bottom lane, zoom in there, take out the keep, and turn the game around. But we're on to game number 3.
Yep, and Bentham's Hanzo's, I wouldn't say as good as SC, but one of his best hero, I would certainly say. When he was on Hanzo, some Maiev, mechanical skill just on top all the time. So I'm expecting a lot of great scatters, getting the kicks.
He's got some competition. I think we saw in a pre-4-minute quest completion on Scatter in game number 2. Yeah, so he's going to have his work cut out for him. So, oh my god, look at that. Tyrande already kicking in. Yep, and I do want to see how Ballistix play it.
Oh, let's just chill onto the scatter. I've always been very used to the pros, and even myself just finishing usually under 8 minutes if it goes for a long time. Sometimes it can go for post 10 minutes. It does happen.
That's true.
When you usually don't have too many team fights, but on this map, thinking about maybe 6-7 minutes. There's the root again.
A lot of damage onto Haven, but he doesn't care. Support's right there.
SD's thrall was actually the reason why they started to climb back up on the Eastern. They had to fight all the way through. Lost some Tempest. And SDE's thrall was always in there creating some key plays with that Sundering. I believe we're about to see that once again in this game.
Wouldn't doubt it. Certainly more popular than Quake by any means. Haven just trying to control the little shrine down there. I don't think he's going to have too much competition. They're just battling it out. Oh, wow, he actually does get hit by the stun and forced to toss out.
Beat him down. Get that stack for Crash Lightning. What he needs right now. It's going to take some time, though. Early game. And that's why he's rotating around his teammate. So he can actually stack up a little bit.
Yeah. And speaking of those rotations, we keep looking towards No Chad. He keeps kind of hinting that he wants to go top over and over again. He'll push mid and then rotate up, but he's never committed to it just yet. I want to see when this double global kicks in, because we didn't really get a chance to see that very early in game 2.
Not too much in the previous game. Supernova and Decker, we do see the field study at 1. It's not as common compared to Sapphire. Sometimes you just want to hold a little bit more power as an old man.
That's his end-life crisis.
End-life crisis?
Well, it's definitely not a middle-life crisis. I guess he is actually super old anyway, so maybe it is middle-life. I don't know. We should all be so lucky.
Yeah, I'm very lucky. I was only born yesterday.
That's right. You have an early life crisis.
It's happening right now. With that big push on the top, the Haka alone, it's going to be really hard. Even Moradin was trying to go up, but notice the rotation, he was delayed. So this wall is going to be totally broken.
Yeah, and Ballistix had already shoved that pretty hard before they rotated up, so now that they come back, there's a lot there, and so the push-up top works out well, and now the rotation up from that mid lane. They return to push it just to keep No Chat like under control, and now all 4 heroes present on the top side. Hooligan might look to wrap around from the side. No Chat sees him as he rotates top, And oh, the clutch stun right before he does get the
Nice
engagement.
burrow.
The burrow keeps Kirisaku safe.